Hey folks, I want to invite you to join us on Sunday morning for our prayer gathering at 9 a.m., our time of family groups and Sunday school hour at 9:30, and then for our worship celebration at 10:40. We're going to continue our series in the book of Acts as we've been talking about the fact that our passion is the gospel, our church is our family, and our world is our mission. We've talked about our purpose together as a church and what the book of Acts says to us as a church and teaches us and models for us on how to be the church that God has created us to be, that God has called us to be. And so we're going to continue through the book of Acts on Sunday morning as we get into the story of Stephen, the first martyr in the Christian church, and talk about really one of my favorite passages of scripture in all the Bible, because it's Stephen's sermon, the longest sermon in the book of Acts, preached by Stephen right before he is killed for his faith. And so we're going to talk specifically on Sunday about the cost of our purpose when it comes to trusting and believing the gospel and following Christ. What is the cost of that? What is the cost of being a part of the family of Christ? And what is the cost of living on mission, the mission that God has called us to? And so we're going to look at that on Sunday morning. And I'm going to challenge you to count the cost and then to really see that it's worth it. The cost of following Jesus is worth it. We don't get this a lot in America as a really privileged church that we are in this country and the freedoms that we have, but it's costly to follow Jesus. It always has been. And so we're going to look at that on Sunday morning, and I'm going to share some truths about the cost of biblical discipleship. So I hope you'll read that passage of scripture ahead of time, and I hope you'll be prepared in Acts chapter 7 as we worship together on Sunday morning.